Good afternoon. I am looking for my guest before I get started because I don't see her and perhaps she has the wrong link. So, first day. Oh, she's here. I was wrong. Hey, hey, hey. So, okay, great. Um, I am looking forward to this time. So, let's get started. All right. Okay.
Seize the day, do it for me. Get up and move this time. This is how we move. How we move. This is how we move. How we move. Baby, this is how we move. How we move. Baby, this is how we move. How we move. Baby, this is how we move. How we move. This is how we move. See it all in front of me. Seize the day, do it for me. Get up and move this time. Feed your body and your mind. See it all in front of me. Seize the day, do it for me. Get up and move this time. This is how we move. How we move. Oh, this is how we move. How we move. Baby, this is how we move. How we move.
All right. All right. All right.
Baby, this is how we move.
So here we go. All right. I was waiting for another signal, but we're here. Good
Hi,
morning, good afternoon, good all of that. Hello, Maria.
how are you?
All right. All right. How are you now?
Very well, thank you.
You're better, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Bless your heart. I'm so proud that you're here because I know you had a challenge, if you don't mind my saying, you know.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but you are such a trooper. I relate to troopers, you know. I kind of barrel through things also. So I'm happy to see you got through, you know, that physical deal and
yeah,
here you are.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just like to tell those who will be listening, those who will be viewing this at one time or another. This is a very informal time, you know. It's about me getting my life back after a big um, transport truck hit my life, kind of thing, you know. Um, I didn't ever think I would have my sanity and my clarity back, and God gave it to me. And but in the midst of that happening, I gained like over 100 pounds, you know,
Yeah.
and I had sort of given up on my life being the intimate kind of life, just kind of a business kind of life, family kind of life, not a I'm involved in life myself on a personal level. So it
Yeah.
wasn't bothering me so much until it started coming in on the readings at the doctor, you know, until I caught COVID in 2019 before the vaccine, and it just snatched my energy. And so now I knew that something had to happen. And I kept asking God, but how am I going to ever do that? How am I ever going to um, um, do all that I have to do and maintain good health at the same time? You know, I,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was even possible. And then he started to say, just incorporate it all. So that's why we're here today, because not only am I walking for my health, but I'm also bringing my publishing company to the forefront, the new creation that I've made, like publishing like no other. I don't care who they're at. They've never had a publishing entity like this, services like this. The apps are being designed, so it's going to be off the chain, right? But I got to be there with it. You know, my health has to be there, and and along the way, all of this happening, I met some incredible people, and you were one of them. You know, I came to Las Vegas to I think they call it a white label, and I
Correct.
saw your company, and like all of those thousands of people, and I felt like I stood out to you and your company, and you stood out to me, and there was a synchronization or something happening right then, and when
Yeah.
I used your product, I was amazed. And so I know that it's a product from the packaging and everything. It's a product built on love. And so it made me think one of these days, she and I would collaborate. We would do something. And when my store was going to open now, it's still in the wings waiting, all built and, to be refined and everything and have employees over it. But your product line is there and will be there because it's an amazing line. And so I know we're not here today to talk so much about your product line unless you are coming back. And I'm hoping that after your visit today, that's what you will want to do. You will want to come back and give these great people who are incoming a part of what you teach and who you are. So
Yeah.
I wanted to start, kind of a question just to let you talk for a minute because I've been doing all the talking.
Okay.
Introduce yourself and to tell us whatever you want to tell us right now. And then maybe I'll have a question. Is that informal? If we come to a point that I have a question, I'll ask it. But can you just tell me who Maria of Dulce Pera? Do I pronounce the name of your
Well,
line?
Italian accent, so
Okay.
accent. It's dolce pura.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. So,
Pronunciation may be a little different.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
you know it will. Because not only am I English American, but I'm Southern English American. So, yeah, it'll be different.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um,
tell me a little bit about you.
so as you mentioned, yeah, we did meet in Las Vegas at the show, and so it's funny when you mention, like a lot of times it's basically where it takes us in life. You meet certain people with certain stories, um, and you sort of come together. And I think that's what happened with us because we sort of, I think we all have stories to tell. Um, in life, we all have our ups and downs. And that's basically for me, that's where Dolce Pura came to life. Was a project very dear to me because it reflects a lot of what I went through. Um, when I was younger, obviously, had my own struggles with weight and then different types of health issues. Um, in the background, also the work I was doing and everything brought me closer to natural therapy, where it actually worked for me, and it opened a whole new world. Uh, and at that time, actually, I was living with my grandmother, where she was an extra inspiration for me to start the company. Um, because we were living in a sort of era where there was a big boom in so many things, so many products out there, so many unhealthy products with chemicals, and everything that surrounded us was moving away from the natural. And that's where my grandmother's stories actually inspired me, where they would, basically go to nature and try to, you know, not cure, but to help them with the different things they were going through. So experimenting um, on different things, different products. I created my own. It opened me this extra, I don't know if I can say knowledge, or it inspired me to go take herbology courses. I was looking into going into natural therapy, uh, and discovered that when I was creating all of these products, it actually, made a big difference. And everybody sort of encouraged me to go towards that. So, I went through my own struggles, as I was saying, and sometimes we all have to find our path. We all have to find things that surround us that can inspire us to be better, to feel better. And sometimes it can just come from strangers. It doesn't necessarily mean it's people that you've known all your life or people you grew up with. Sometimes I say, you know, that you meet people at certain times in your life because you need them at that time, that specific time. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but all my negative experiences actually brought me to the positive ones. So, negative sometimes also makes you stronger, makes you, see things differently, and encourages you to actually do more. This is my experience, obviously. So when we touched base again, because we lost touch for a bit, we each did our own thing, um, and you came to me and explained to me what you were doing. I found it so amazing because it's such an inspiring story, um, and even at the stage of your life, where you're at. So it doesn't necessarily mean, sometimes it's when we're young that we do certain things. It's we always go through different paths at different stages of our life. So that's really, it brought me to wanna be here because of that, because I think that um, everyone having their story and having their own personal experiences, that's what actually makes us stronger and makes us, move forward to our goals. And that was one of the reasons why I created Dolce Pura, because I did something that really, uh, it came from experience. It came from, the inspiration of my grandmother. It came from so many different levels that I wanted to do something that actually, like you said, did come from the heart. Um, it wasn't so much to be like a huge company. I really was very, very selective of the ingredients that I wanted, because I wanted to do something, a product line that does not create miracles, but it's actually a line, it's an anti age, but actually that nurtures your skin. It's something that you have to integrate every day in your life, like we do in eating, like we do in exercise. It's, you stop doing it, you start feeling it. You
Yeah.
start, you're missing something. So, the line is that basically it's part of your life. Every day you use it, you feel good, you see the difference, and it basically, you're just nurturing your skin, you're giving it what it needs. So that's more or less, what my story is, not in so many details, but just, at least to get an idea, to get to know me a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I know you told me that you were um, taking out some of your line, putting in new parts. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I know you said maybe you're not doing the cleanser anymore, and I was about to tell you I needed to order cleanser. So, because your cleanser is like the most unique cleanser I ever used. So, Can you tell me some of the reasons why, or is it just the timing for those, or because
Yeah,
it's
timing. Yeah, timing. I'm working basically in different steps. Um,
mm,
I'm trying to push something more that, because for some reason, the market doesn't call for cleansers, the market doesn't call for toners, but it's actually the most important part of your line
uh-huh.
uh, when you do a skincare. But the market right now is pushing me towards the mask, towards the face serum and eye contour, and towards the face cream. Doesn't mean the other ones will not happen. I will start the production for that. But I wanted to push something that was more in demand, not forgetting the cleanser and the toner, obviously,
Yeah.
but I wanted to try to make something complete for wellness, for taking care of yourself, to say, stop and take time for yourself. So I decided to introduce also candle and ambient diffuser with very light talc, the talc fragrance.
Yes.
Something very soothing, because I always picture when you relax having that sort of spa feeling as you take a bath, or even just to have that nice calming smell in your home. So I introduced those two new products, um, and expanding obviously bit by bit, because I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I like to take things slow, do them the right way, and grow the right way. So, as you know, I started my line 3 weeks before the lockdown of COVID. So it wasn't the right time. So a lot of ups and downs. It's skincare is a very competitive market. Um, but I always wanted to do it my way. I wanted to do it the right way. I didn't want to just do it to do it, or else still wouldn't be here. So I'm sort of shifting a little, and trying to do it in a way where the company can grow in a nice pace, and make sure that I have the right products at the right time.
So in your line, because I'm concerned, um, my children know that I brought them up doing facials. That's kind of what we did. We started out with something called Shackley many years ago. It was one of those door to door sales type product line with the sophisticated bottles and stuff that I hadn't seen. And so I started to teach the girls how to do their facials and all of that then. And so they grew up daily facials kind of thing, mini facials, we call them, when we do the cleanup in the morning as far as face. And so that means that my skin was well cared for a lot of years, right? And during these years of my hustle bustle, um, I haven't had the time to do it, and I see a lot of difference. And I don't feel that difference is from aging. I don't think aging is as much a problem for skin as people think it is. I think that when you put your skin to the element for so long, without doing anything, then yes, it's going to show signs of damage. And mine is showing those signs of damage that I don't want, because that's what I think it is. If it were aging that I'm seeing, then I would say, come on with it. If it's wrinkles or whatever, if I felt like wrinkles was a thing of aging. But I'm not thinking wrinkles is that. I'm thinking wrinkles is more damage, than than that. And
Yeah.
so if you have a person and they don't know exactly what to do with their skin, or a person like me who's gone through this period where I get a fine little cream and something like that and clean my face well and put it on, but I'm knowing that that's not enough. Um, how do you address that with a person with your line? Because do you suggest the whole thing? Is there a product that you suggest people like on a budget would start with? What would that be like? Because I'm going to have to do something now because I want all of my buildup, almost all of it, to be in the outdoors,
Yeah.
because of the freedom of being outside. And
Yes.
so as I'm taking on this new journey of healthiness and I'm going to be out every single day, um, what do I do?
Well, I just want to mention one thing when you were talking about that. A lot of people don't realize that, because I went through it actually. I went through a few years back a total drop in my skin, wrinkles, I lost tone. So many things happened to my skin. So, and I wasn't changing anything. I mean, I've always eaten well, very clean, um, exercised, but doing so many different tests, having my natural path, trying to discover it actually came from the inside. So basically, there was a shift in my body where my cells weren't taking in all the nutrients from the food. So I was losing weight. I lost muscle tone. I lost fat. Um, so my whole body transformed. So a lot of times we tend to think also we put a cream and all the problems disappear, but it all works together and synchronize. It has to synchronize that you have to be healthy, you have to feel good, you have to drink a lot of water, as we always say. It's very important. So sometimes, you know, it has to work together. So topical application will help
You're
because
right.
it's more
You're right.
direct,
Yeah.
right? But you also have to think that it can also come from inside. So you have to work the whole time. I'm still going through this process. I'm actually getting better health wise, but I haven't stopped using the products. Obviously, the first thing, like you were mentioning, someone on a budget, or what would be the product. So basically, for now, there's the three products. There's the mask. What the mask does, they're all anti-age. So what it does is it goes and stimulate the circulation of your blood vessels on your skin, on your face. So it helps illuminate. It helps revive. Um, so that's what's going to help a little bit with the fine lines. It's going to help you basically revive your skin. So that's a weekly treatment, 2 times a week. Then you would have the face cream. The anti-age face cream is more, the formula is more for someone that has dry skin. Or you have the option, if you have mixed like I do, you have the serum. The serum is very interesting because it does two things. It's used as an eye contour, and it's also used for people that have the mixed skin. So the difference about my line, we haven't spoken about it, is the organic lycopene. So basically, it's the extraction of tomatoes. Which is a very, very high antioxidant. What makes it different from all the other ones is before this organic lycopene, you had two types. You had the natural and you had the synthetic. So we all know synthetic is lab created, not natural. Very low cost, because when you need it, you produce it, you have it, and you use it. The natural actually does come from, the extraction comes from tomato, but it's not organic tomatoes, and the extraction process, they use chemicals. The difference with Dolce Pura, the organic Licopan, it's 100% through and through, because the lab that produces my cosmetics is actually the patent holder of an extraction method that uses supercritical CO2. So it does not use any chemicals. It's 100% natural, and the tomatoes come from organic crop. And they're the only one worldwide that have it. So if someone says they have organic Licopan in their product, you have to make sure where it comes from, because it can come from organic crop, but if they don't have that extraction method from that lab, they're probably using a regular extraction method that uses chemicals. So the fact that this one is 100%, your levels of antioxidant is much higher. Therefore, we all know antioxidants is great for as an anti-age treatment.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would say for someone on a budget, maybe either they can try the mask, at least to help out a few times, use it a few times a week, or I would go depending, or the serum or the cream,
Or
depending
true.
on the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you're feeding your skin something topical that's more direct, that isn't able to penetrate.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. I definitely want. I invite you to come back, because I know that the skin is the biggest organ on our bodies. And sometimes it could be the one that we neglect the most.
Yes.
Uh, I want people, when they come to watch me walk, because in a few moments I'm going to get up and walk out the door and take my walk. This is a prelude to the walk every day. Every day, a beautiful person like you will be here to do what I call walk with me. You're doing a pre-talk about things that matter to me in this walk. Like, I want to take care of my skin. I want to know how to relax. I want to know how to meditate. I want everybody who's coming on has what you are bringing today. They have that element of healing, that element of restoration.
Yes.
So that we who have traveled these paths right now, and there are millions of us, that's why when
Yeah.
everything is pointed in the right direction and ready, I will be sending out massive amounts of advertisement to say that these kinds of professionals will be visiting me on the walk,
Yeah.
bringing this kind of um, information, technology, product, service with them. So that when you leave, like when you're leaving today, you left so much. So people who see this now or who see it in the future will gain so much about our skin, so that, so that we can take care of that beautiful, beautiful piece that's covering our face, And
Yeah.
so I'd like to know if you would like to come back,
Of course.
Yes, thank you so much. I would love for you too. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, to advise me? I know that I'm starting out very light in this area, just doing the walking. I
Yes.
plan to bring in the food next. And so maybe you have ideas, because like you're saying, you're not, what brought you even to this path of Dulce Pura,
Pura. Dolce pura.
Pura, Dolce Pura.
Pura. That's it.
Um, when you came to this line, you were very you were already in that mode of trying to find healthiness and
Yes.
all of that, you know. So um what do you want to tell me anything about slow start, fast start, this or that, and that you'd like to give me any advice right around this point? Because there would be others who are at my point, who are further back on the road
Yeah.
than I am right now, and many who are further up on the road. One lady is coming in this week who's a jeweler, but she's really like you are a skin uh, uh, professional, but you are also this woman who's come through this journey, you know. And
Yeah.
this person did too, to the point that she runs like a sprint now in her. I believe she's 60 now, and she's started from not doing it, you know, that
Yeah.
she had to go from the embryo stages to where she is now, and so she's coming, you know, to share what that's like, as well as to share her jewels. But
Mhm.
so do you have some advice for me?
Yes, of course. Well, it's I think what you're doing is great. Anything drastic, I don't think it would be a good idea because you have to be able to introduce changes slowly. This is my personal opinion, obviously. That's the way I did it. You need to do it slowly. You need to do it in a way where you're comfortable and in a way where you know that you're not going to stop. And it has to be at a pace where you are seeing changes. It's making you feel good. I actually did it the opposite way. This is many, many years ago, though. I went into a diet because I was overweight. I went into a dietitian. She gave me a diet to follow. I followed it to the letter, started seeing the pounds lose. And that gave me automatically more energy. And that pushed me to do more exercise.
Yeah.
Um, but the walking till today, I do so much walking. I think it's the most important thing you can ever do. You need to move whatever, you can be the most skinniest person on the world, but if you do not exercise, you're not healthy. The
Wow.
body needs movement. It needs movement. So
Wow.
walking is the perfect thing you're doing. It's great. Diet, well, I don't know what you eat, what you're able to eat,
I
or what.
like Italian, so if you be having some suggestions, you
Yeah,
don't have to change the culture
maybe.
when you give it to me.
Okay, so maybe in one of the talks we can talk about
Yeah, we could
Italian
talk
food.
about recipes, okay?
I'm not doing too good because I'm intolerant to gluten and lactose. So there goes the cheese and there goes the pastas and the bread. So
Oh no.
yeah, so I'm going
In
through
a
all that.
land where pasta and cheese is the thing.
Yeah, but there's alternatives, so we can talk about that.
Okay.
My
Okay.
personal experience, what I'm going through all this, because I'm still going through it. But yeah, I think introducing healthy foods is key one. We all know sugar is the worst thing that you can do to your body. It gets
Yeah.
you tired, makes you feel tired, and it creates so many. I'm not a doctor. I'm just, from things I read and from personal experience. As soon as I removed sugar and I decreased my carbs, because carbs are important. Carbs is what gives you energy. It's just not to abuse and choosing the right carbs, the right quality of carbs. So, I adjusted my diet according to the calories you burn. So there's so many things you have to look at. But I think what you're doing is great. Walking is amazing. Don't stop as much as you
Okay.
can do it. And just
Okay.
introduce certain foods that maybe you're not eating. I don't know because I don't know your diet, but
Yeah.
Food comes with it. Food, exercise, what you put on your skin, the air we breathe, everything that's around us, stress. So all that I think works all together.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
by me getting rid of the bad of all of that, the stress, I have none. As much as I work over time, but through all
Yeah.
the training God has given me, He allows it that that's excess. It flows away from me. Even if I got too many things to do, they don't clog up in me. I don't feel like, oh, I got too much to do. I never feel that anymore. I
Yeah.
only feel that I'm in this space. I'm going to do whatever I can do in this space and in this moment. And
Right.
so I feel that this is the time for me to get those nuggets now of what I will do now, as opposed to what I want to struggle to try to do. I'm
Yeah.
going to do these great tips that I feel the universe is going to send my way through this portal right here. So
Yeah.
I'm
Of
excited that you are coming back. I know
course.
that I told you it wouldn't be longer than 30 minutes.
No,
So,
that's fine. Not
yeah,
a problem.
thank you.
It has to be natural. It has to flow the right way. We can't
Yeah,
we can't get stressed with time. Five
no.
minutes
Not
more,
at all. And
the
I
other.
don't feel a bit of stress with it. It was the most beautiful time with
Yeah.
you. I'd like to get with you to discuss how we come back and how often maybe you come back,
Of course.
so that we can make it a thing that people can get this information and your candles and whatever. Pretty soon after all the guests have come on, and then I kind of close out that. I'd like that circle of guests to be able to come and maybe offer different sessions or different giveaways or something like that for the people who will start to come in, so that they can share the wonder of your line, because everybody is like you. They're just, you'll see, they got the same beautiful energy. And
Mm.
so they will be bringing beautiful elements of who they are, whether it's their product line, whether they dance. The one woman does belly dancing like I've never seen. It's so professional, so beautiful, so elegant. I
Yeah.
knew belly dancing was beautiful and sexy and good for your waist and all of that, but I never saw the almost ballerina type look to it. She's very amazing. All of you guys are. I'm saying it from the first session with you guys. With you, you're the very first session of bringing on the guests, and from you all the way through the 14 guests that are coming on. It's amazing. You are amazing. I'm so glad you came on. Your energy is beautiful. You know, so
Don't give up. You're doing something really, really great. I really admire you for that. It's
okay. I
beautiful.
won't. I
It's
won't
beautiful
give up.
what you're doing.
Okay.
If you get discouraged, I'm only a phone call away.
Okay.
We need to keep
Okay.
encouraging
Like like
ourselves.
like like one should say to a statement like that, I will definitely put that in my bank
Of
and use
course.
that
I
card.
wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it.
I know that. I know that about you, and that's why I certainly will. Uh,
Yeah.
I pray that it would be kind of victory calls, because I feel so incredible. But I remember a couple of weeks ago, it was time to go out, and I had promised that no matter what, every day, not a day in between, right? And so this day, I had had a bad day, and it was hard, and I just wanted to not go, but thanks to God, because I had locked myself in to this,
Yeah.
I couldn't, I wouldn't. I'm a person that if I say I'm going to do something and I've committed myself to others at the same time, then it's kind of mandatory. And I got out there, and once I was out there, I was like, wow, what a difference. I could have sat inside or been inside and given the doctorate studies or the business build up study things
Yeah.
the right to justify me not going. And there's no justification to me not going. I'm going out every day. But the way I'm going to be able to do that is like this, having somebody like you on here to tell me to keep it going.
Yes, yes, yes. You
Okay,
have to.
I will. Okay. Well,
Good.
thank you so much for being with me today. And
Thank you for having
I
me.
will be meeting you, calling you to set up a moving forward type talk. Okay.
Of course, my pleasure.
All right. Okay. Thank
Have a
you.
good
And
day.
yes, I will. And everyone, I'm about to put on my shoes and get out here and get on the pavement because within 15 minutes of every show, I'm going to be out there. This is the prelude to the walk of game, going on every day until 100 pounds are gone. And then when they are gone, I will come back to you with a different thing that we will be doing. Okay, a different way that I will be going about this. All right. Thank you so much and God bless. All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. All right. Bye now.
Bye.